Today being the 3rd World Championship here, and there's so much history being made, so much at stake for these trainers. The player pool was incredible. And now we're down to just 2 final competitors, and being able to see all the victorious successes and the heartbreak along the way does just show the journey all these players have been through.
God, I love this every year.
We've got to also
getting to watch the world champion crowned.
The way to be here and earn their place at the World Championships.
I mean, that's a great point.
Let's do this.
We had 694 Masters Division trainers. And it's also the very first one we've ever had with a single restricted rule set. You've gotten a chance already to see how that has played out for the juniors and the seniors division, but just in case you're tuning in for the first time, it means that we've got one very powerful Pokemon on the other side.
I'm so hyped to watch how this goes down.
Been created around.
And it was a hot topic of discussion, right? You know, which single restricted is
I'm still thinking Miraidon's got it, man.
And a lot of people were obviously
I'm still thinking that it's going to go to Miraidon.
We just saw in the seniors division as well, and we're kind of rocking the fit a little bit for that Pokemon choice, but it's not to be for the Masters Division. That restricted Pokemon is either going to be Miraidon or it's
Cali Shadow is just crazy.
And both of those Pokemon have definitely been towards the forefront of what we would consider the meta heading into this event. Ice Rider Calyrex alongside Shadow Rider Calyrex, very consistent in terms of the damage output that it can have. With a spread type 100% accurate move, you know that your damage is
you three.
Similarly for Miraidon, this was a Pokemon that
four of you in Ratsy's kind of a little bit tongue-in-cheek with that comment.
How could you not love
the
Purple Dragon?
You have work tomorrow, probably all of you, but the Pokemon World Championships happens once a GD year, so we're here for it. You're here for the next 40 minutes, like it or not. Hello Cheyenne, JT, Silly Billy, and Ratsy.
And doubling down into both the opposing Pokemon if chilling nade boosts get rolling through as well.
So we just watched the juniors, the seniors, all 3 were went to 3 games, so nobody got swept. I'm hoping for the tightest, spiciest VG Masters finals. I don't know anything about these people. I mean, I watched a lot of their games. I watched Luca perform very well. Yuta's done well. But yeah, I don't know anything about. These are generally people who have only performed mostly well. Or like, sorry, I don't want to say like half decent, because that's not exactly what I'm trying to express. They've done well, but they're not like the I've won regionals all year. I'm the guy who won internationals. They didn't have like the types of paths this year that would have had everyone have them on everyone's radar. You know, they got top cuts in a couple of places. But to be honest, these guys are sort of new faces to the land of being well known. So to have them crowned a champion this year is going to be freaking insane. Luca and Yuta. And Japan, of course, as always, is dominating the competition. The seniors division just had a Japanese winner. And Japan wins a ton. Japan won last year, so we'll see. I believe Yuta is from Japan. We'll see how he performs. Storm, it's bedtime. How can I sleep
such a nice bit of coverage that you can have too. We've seen Miraidon be able to close out games, kind of similarly to what we see from Ice Rider Calyrex.
We won't watch closing ceremonies. We'll just watch the game and then we'll call it. All right.
The Miraidon can clean up the rest of the work at the very end of the day.
You guys are amazing for being here, I suppose, because you're right. It is late as hell. It's like 11 o'clock.
All those supportive Pokemon are the key components to
Quiet time got me messed up.
To shine in their signature roles on the team.
But I'm too fired up, baby.
Since we got Miraidon with the Hadron engine in the field,
you know what's crazy also is for any of you, this just get moved. My bad. For any of you paying attention in the Stormcloud Discord server, you may remember that your boy predicted that Miraidon was going to win. My eyes were set this tournament on Miraidon as having the best neutral matchup, and people being able to pair it with a light screen whims set that allowed it to do very well at prior tournaments. I was predicting this boy was going to win the whole thing, and here he is in finals.
The evolution there is you look at Ice Rider Calyrex, it's naturally very slow.
So it's going to be Miraidon versus Cali
Ice. Always have to operate in Trick Room to actually be powerful.
So these are the two baddies
pick up the pace here at the Pokemon World
that we have
Let's
for
introduce
this
you
evening.
to our 2 finalists in the
here we
Masters
go.
Division.
Introductions to the finalists. Let's see. Ooh, dramatic. Ooh, this music is fire.
We've been waiting all year, and we're so ready for
Epi. How's the audio balance? Is everything cool? I have a feeling that this stream might be a little bit loud. Let me know if everything sounds good. Suspenseful. Look, man, these guys have been playing all year. This is the 18+ Masters Division World Championship Finals. 2 new faces, one of them going home the world champion.
Let's get right into
Let's see
your
it!
Video Game Masters Championship.
Okie dokie.
Welcome to the stage.
I'm ready.
From Italy, Luca Ceribelli.
Okay, Luca is from Italy. All right. I wonder when the last Italian World's Champion it was.
And from Japan, Yuta
Oh.
Ishigaki.
Looks like the Japan guy walked out first. Got
We just have a
confused.
few moments before the match, so I just
All
want
right,
to know
they always
how
ask him a couple of
confident
questions.
are you feeling?
今日の自信のほどはどうですか。まあまあですね。
decent. Yeah.
Great, simple answer.
He goes,
Very good.
I'm decent.
What about you? How
The
confident?
stress levels are probably out of control.
Game decide.
All right, that's a good answer too. Let's hear it for your 2 competitors. Do you want to see them play?
Yes.
You too. Please take your seats. Casters, let's get right into this match.
All right, man. We're jumping right into
We're
it.
going to keep it short and sweet here as we try to allow our competitors to get ready to go for this World Championships. So exciting because, Lou, we're going to be crowning a new world champion here this
Yeah,
weekend
man.
for the Masters Division.
I mean, Anna just asked the question. I definitely want to see them play, and it sounds like the crowd does as well. It
Yeah,
has been
dude,
such a journey
when I was
for
at
these trainers to be able
internationals,
to get through
me
to
and
the world stage, and both
Jake
of
were
them
at
after that
internationals
first
last
ever
year,
world title,
and it was
either
like
of them, there can
the
be so
amount of,
much
I mean, look at
history,
the
so much
set,
stake to
you
be made
guys.
here.
Look how
And there's
beautiful
so
it
much
is.
support for them
All
in
of the
audience as
Hawaiian
well. We
themed
actually have a couple of
accoutrement,
staying by
right?
with Sierra, so let's
The
hear from
lights
them
in the
about
background,
their
the
support for these
spotlights, the extra
competitors.
flair. Look at the crowd. I mean, to be the massive screens, to be there is
Thank you so much,
freaking
you two. I am
unreal.
here
It's
with
so
friends
cool.
Of our finalists, a few words, so I'm hoping to dive a little bit
Oh, I guess
deeper.
this
I have
is-
Arash Ahmadi and Hugh Mahara. One question each. I
Oh,
wanna
these are
know,
the
do you think Luka
finalists
is
who
ready to
just
become a world
who just
champion?
barely didn't make it, I guess.
I think so. Like before the tournament, I knew he was one of the best in the world.
Oh, yeah, this must be third and
I
fourth.
didn't know if he was the best, but like after seeing how he went from 3-2 in day 1, like winning 8 games.
3-2 in day 1. Oh my God. What is this night stream? But hi, hey Carl. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, man, this is the world's
As an opportunity to prove it out, that
finalists,
is for
the
sure.
world's
Yeah, let's
final
hear it,
match
guys.
for
We
the
gotta make sure we get a
Masters
lot of noise
division. So
here
this
for
is
our
like,
finals.
this
But
is the
first,
VG game that
I have to
everyone
ask the
waits
same.
for
What about you, Ted?
all
Do you
year.
think ready to become a world
But
champion?
oh my God! So Luca, the Italian player, the way this works is when you start the tournament off at Worlds, you can't win. You can't lose more than twice. If you lose a third time, you're done. So there's 11 games, and it sounds like when this man got to game 1, 2, 3, 4, when he got to 5 out of 11, he already had lost twice. So again, if he loses a
cannot wait to
third
get started
time,
with
that's
this
it, he's
final. Let's
eliminated.
not waste any more
So he
time.
had to
Head
go
back on
3
over
wins
to our
and 2
casters.
losses, and had to go 4 wins and 2 losses, 5 wins and 2 losses,
Thank you
6
so
wins and
much
2
for
losses,
those words
7
of
wins and
encouragement
2
for
losses,
our
8
competitors.
wins and 2
There
losses,
really is no
9 wins
surprise
and
why
2
both of them are
losses.
here. We talked
Then
about
he
them
could
being
advance to the
prepared and
single
ready to go for
elimination
this
bracket,
Masters Finals.
where he then
Let's
won
give you a little
all
bit
the
of
way
insight
through top
why
32,
we
top
expected
16,
to
top
see
8,
them
top
here
4,
in the
and he's
first
sitting
place.
here at
On your
finals.
left, you
This
have
must
Yuta
have been the most
Ishigaki, who
stressful
came into
Worlds
this
run
event
of all time.
with
If he
just so
wins,
much
that's
experience
going to be
playing the video game
insane.
over 10+ years.
That means
having
he
actually played
hasn't
this game,
lost
and also came
since
in
like
as one of the
10
favorites
a.m.
for the Japan
on
national circuit.
Exactly, so
Friday
much
or something like
consistency
that.
in
Like
recent
since
times,
10
as
or
well as
11
having
a.m. on
over a
Friday,
decade of veteran
Luca has
experience
not
that he's
dropped
gonna
a
be able
single
to pull
game.
on here and
That's
remain
crazy.
composed on the world stage. His
Or a
opponent,
single
however,
match.
in the form of Luca, has a lot of accomplishments as well. If we just look at his world championship history
Yeah,
back
let's see.
in the 2022 World Championships, he finished top 64. Then following Worlds in 23.
Yeah,
finished
he
in the
was.
top
This guy was
32,
living on
and
the
then has
edge.
gone even further here in 24 to be at least second place.
Beyond
And
living
who
on the
knows,
edge.
in a
This
matter
guy
of
was
minutes,
living
we might
on
find out if he's going to get the #1
a
spot.
frickin'
But also
hair's
more
edge.
recently at the Bologna special event in Europe was able to get
What up,
second
Ace?
place.
Time
So
for
he knows
Cali
what it
Ice to
takes
win?
be able to
Dude,
get
we'll
to this
see,
point.
man.
But he also
I
knows
told
how
you, I've been
to
harping
get
on
second.
Maridon
He wants to
hard.
get first.
And I'm not going to lie, I
Both of
kind
our
of want this
trainers
Luca
really
guy to
looking
win
forward
just
to that
because
world
his
champion
Worlds run
title.
was
But
so
Lou,
crazy.
Who do you think is going to actually win this championship.
Hey, look at the goofy
you know what?
man.
I could have made this decision on an absolute coin flip. It is
Oh yeah,
so
let's
close
see.
between both these competitors.
Yeah, that
Yuta has
Landorus
so
is
much
not going to
offensive
make
pressure
things
with the
easy.
Pokemon choices
Oh
on
my
his team.
god,
But let's be
Iron
honest, I'm
Valiant
gonna be
making
rooting
it to the
for
finals of
your
Worlds
here,
blows
Luca
my
Cherubelli.
mind.
He's going to be the one for me.
I was also on the fence about this one because I think there's so many different things that Luca can do in order to win this match, but right now the onus is on Yuta to really set the pace of this match, to try to throw Luca off his game, and if Yuta can just kind of go
I mean, a
for
combination
the
of
goal in those
Landorus
first
and
couple of
Amoonguss
turns,
is not
he
gonna
might just
make
have
this
the
easy.
game outright.
Plus, I am a lover of Miraidon, so I love to see that here in the final. Definitely
This
one
is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be such a
keeping
hard
my eye on.
game.
It's one of the newer Pokemon that we've been able to play with in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon
Carl,
Violet
that's the
as well,
plan,
so it's nice
man.
to see it, and it's kind of first
That is the
attempt here on
plan.
world
Next
stage to
year,
see what it can do.
Yeah,
your
but the
boy
Ice Rider
wants to
power
end
that
up
has
on
been
a
little bit
stage with the
underrated as we
cameras
take a
and
look at maybe
lights
some of the
shining.
online tournaments.
That's why this
Heading
channel
into this
exists,
weekend
to
as
get
a
me
lot of
there.
our
This
trainers
is a
tried to
booster
prepare
seat. Put me up on
for
that stage.
The very best
Keep
of
your eyes
the
peeled, people.
tournament. But now I think for Yuta,
But for now,
this has just been such
we're gonna watch the pros
Pokemon
do
for
their
him.
thing.
One thing though that
Rip
Yuta
it up,
has
boys.
not faced yet, despite all of the preparation
Man,
that
yeah,
he
this
has put
team.
into this
So it looks
tournament,
like the
he has
Italian
yet to
player
face
has
a
an uphill
Miraidon.
battle based
So
on the
this is
Pokemon
going to
that
be
are
his
on the
very first
opposing team.
experience in the entire tournament. Here are the
It looks
finals.
like it's going to be very, very difficult for Luca, the Italian player, to capitalize on his strengths because the opponent sort of resists them naturally just by the odds of which Pokemon were picked by each player. The Japanese player seems to have picked a suite of Pokemon that make it very hard for the Italian player to find an opportunity to strike.
Yuta actually, though,
It's
being
just
able
Landorus
to do
and the
so well
Amoonguss
in the
again
online
are resisting
qualifiers,
that
I think it
Miraidon
speaks
so
a little
heavily.
bit to just how you're supposed
It's
to
really
be able
just
to
the
play maybe
Landorus,
some
because
of
the
these best
Amoonguss you
ones,
can sort of just
those one
you can take care of that with the
sets. It can be very
Ogerpon,
impressive
and you can sort of
and also
snipe
very
everything else
difficult
off
in the
the
moment
field.
to figure out maybe what kind of game plan you want to
But
go
that Landorus
for.
is gonna be
This is
difficult.
certainly a team that can really try to throw people off guard with. When we take a
Japan
look at
almost
Ice Rider
always
Calyrex
wins,
teams,
man. Let's
we
see
really
what goes
have
down
seen
here.
more often
So
than not at the
Spirit
very
Break,
beginning of the
Wide
format,
Guard,
leaning heavily
Encore,
into
and
that Trick Room
Coaching.
mode.
What
But as we
is
started
this
to progress
Iron
and move
Valiant
towards the World
set, bro?
Championships, really has been a bit more about trying to be
Calling
a
it
little
now,
bit
Draco
faster.
crit.
But there's no tailwind on this Pelipper.
Exactly, but Yuta does
I'm
still
speaking
have
it
a
into
lot of
existence,
speed
man.
options here. You have very
Look,
speedy
I'm not
Pokemon
gonna
in the
be
form of the
as-
Iron Valiant, particularly when
I'm
it
not
gets
going to
that
be
booster
so
energy
ignorant to
activated,
say that
as well
I'm
as the
going
Landorus
to
with
be the
choice
world
scarf. So you have
champion,
the two
but
fastest
I'm
things
telling you
out
that
of this
that's my
composition
goal.
of 12 Pokemon that could be in this battle. You also have the
That's
utility
my
to go
goal.
for Trick Room in the form
And
of
you
Calyrex.
will see
So
me on
Yuta really
stage
does have
somewhere.
that
All
in
y'all are
control,
going to get
and will be
links.
forcing
I'm
Luca
going to have a
to adapt to
huge
that very early on in
thread
turn
out
zero.
on Discord and
Luca's
text
side, with
messages
this
that I'm going to
Miraidon,
blast
again,
out
a
the
very
first time I get on
classic
stage so you guys can watch me
around
win
this
live just like
particular
these guys.
Pokemon. But when you look at maybe how Luca might want to try to approach this game plan versus Yuta, you're really looking at the Miraidon, the Iron
will
Hands
see
to
me
be
on
able to take
stage.
advantage of the electric terrain Miraidon is going to set, and potentially this Farigiraf.
That's the thing, it swings and roundabouts of the electric type Pokemon here. Miraidon on
Dude,
the very
this is
fast
gonna be
and offensive
sweet.
side. Iron Hands a little bit more stocky, a little bit
Yeah,
more
coaching
slow
Cali
and
Ice
steady.
is
So
such a
Luca
menace.
does have the tools to be able to adjust accordingly to whatever Yuta is throwing down.
Perfect
And you can see
preparation
here,
staying with
perfect
former
preparation
world
staying
champion
with the former
Arash
world champion Arash Umadi, who you heard from earlier, winning back in 2013.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
Luca be winning here for
Arash in
Italy 2024?
Let's go ahead and
15, I
find
think?
out, everybody, as we
9
jump
years
into
ago
the
was the
very
last
first
time an
game
Italian player
of the
won.
Masters Finals of the 2024
Here we go, people!
Championships. For Luca, you are right away.
There we
going
go.
to see this Miraidon
The
next
Landorus
to
shows
this
up
Urshifu.
right at the
But
beginning.
for Yuta, it is going to be the Pelipper and the Landorus.
This Landorus is in such a commanding position at the moment. You've got the range on the field, so that not
Funny,
only
Bryce.
allows Sans's Storm to be able to deal 100% accuracy, but Pelipper is also rocking that helping hand. If you can give a boost to the Landorus with sheer force as the ability, going through for something like a Sans's Storm, that is going to be able to remove the Miraidon from play.
And the Landorus, it sees the perfect target on the other side. This Miraidon with the Terra Fury is going to be weak to the Sludge Bomb, but it's also being pressured down by those super effective
that's fair.
Fancier Storms. So this could be one way that
I'll
we
have to look
actually
around
need to
for
see
it. I'll
Luca
find it.
make one of these split-second decisions. Do you try to Terrasilize down? Do you try to actually
Yeah,
try
so
to
this
get
is
yourself
tricky
off the field
because
with something
you
like a
either have
Volt
to get
Switch?
that
It's gonna come down to this
Miraidon
first
out of
turn.
here because
The
I think
Urshifu on Luca's side
the
as well, having
Landorus
that
is
focus
Choice
dash
Scarf.
gives it a little bit of flexibility. You can apply a lot of pressure with something like the Surging Strikes, particularly boosted
So
up by
this
the opposing
rain is
Pelipper's
interesting,
rain,
though. Setting
and
up the
really
rain for
kind
the
of provide a way
Urshifu
of
is, like,
getting
kind of
through that
brutal.
opposing Landorus, but let's see how this turn is going to play out.
It does have a focus sash, so it's going to be able to withstand one of those hits as well.
Okay,
before
so
the
just
Pelipper
hard
may be
switching
able to
out that,
follow
yeah,
up.
because you
But
can't
that's why
Volt
this
Switch.
Miraidon is
Oh,
to
but
be
going into
forced
the
out to
Iron
manually
Hands,
switch off
bro.
the field. It's going to be the Iron Hands that takes its place. Hopefully be able to take these
so
hits
brutal.
also. You see the attack boost come through.
I suppose the trick is, if you go after the Miraidon right now with your Landorus, that must be water. Oh my god, Ghost, dude, you're gonna lose your Landorus immediately. That's the only pressure you're exerting right now. Okay. Everyone say goodbye to Iron Hands. See ya. A Sludge Bomb? Bro, he just gave up his Landorus. Never mind. Say goodbye to Landorus, people. See ya.
Fantastic play by Luca. The one-hit KO, removing this threatening Landorus from play. I love the way Luca was able to
god, that's so cool.
From Utah's side, it looks like
Come on, Luca!
Miraidon is going to go for the Terra Fairy. So then it's going to be a lot more vulnerable to something like the Sludge Bomb coming through from
okay,
the Landorus.
first Pokemon
Fantastic
down.
switch by Luca, not only using that Assault Vest to take the attack, but
Man, I
enabling the
cannot
Urshifu
believe
to
that he
come
didn't
through
go
and get
for
that damage
Earth
on the
Power there,
board.
man.
Was a very tough turn for both of our trainers having to think about that, right? Is that Terra
Maybe
going to come through? Are you actually going to see a switch? And so
Mans has
both
not
of them
played
really
all day,
having
and
to
it
make
shows.
that
Yeah, it
quick
feels like
decision.
it. These
But
guys
where
have
do
been
we
sitting
go
there
from here, Lou?
cold
Because
for a
right now,
while.
Utah is going to be
I mean,
down
what he was
Pokemon
doing for
and
is he was
critically
hoping
down
that the
Terra.
Miraidon was going to go for its
That's very true, and it's
terrestrialization,
gonna be interesting
and he was
to see
going to
which
catch
Pokemon
the
Utah
Terra
has in the
Fairy
back.
with
If it
a
is
Sludge
something
Bomb and
like
knock it
that
out.
Ice
But he
Ride
decided to
Calyrex,
hard
you can
switch
start
rather
getting
than
into a
Terra
position where
away
you might
from
be able to
anything.
set up the Trick Room and gain a little bit more momentum on your field.
So he
And we
went
are
for a
gonna see the
hard
Calyrex
read that
join
did
the
not
battle
pay
here now.
off well.
This is your big offensive powerhouse, and again, you have the utility with something like
I don't know,
Pelipper to be able
man.
to
This
go for a helping
Urshifu
hand
is
here,
just gonna
to be able to
just
boost up some
wreck
extra
his
damage,
shit
or
up.
at the same time, try and deal out some big damage with a Hurricane, because those do hurt, considering it's holding a life orb.
I cannot
Yeah, but
imagine
the
that
problem
this
here
goes
is that
this way.
because that Terra is gone, this Calyrex can't even go for defensive Terra
Okay,
with the Terra
Urshifu
Grass.
out.
Maybe a little bit of good news for it is Luca is going to remove the Urshifu
Sending
from the
out
field
the
in favor of that
Miraidon. I mean, if
Miraidon.
Trick Room
So
comes
what
up now, it's not going
is
to be
going
fun.
to happen on this next turn? As do you see the Hadron Engine activate
Calyrex
once again?
hard
And Calyrex
shifts back.
is also
What?
going to get out of there.
It's a little bit of a bait here, actually. As
Yeah,
Amoonguss
he sort of
joins
like
the
he
field.
tricked
So
him.
we do see this kind of slower moment
So then
in
what's
the back
gonna-
that was kept for Utah.
Okay,
And the
there's the
fake
fake
out
out.
comes through into that Amoonguss. Gonna be able
So
to
what's
retaliate
going
with
on
a
here?
little bit of rocky
Hurricane into the
helmet.
Miraidon?
And Pelipper
Oh,
does go
Weather
for that
Ball.
Weather Ball is going to be
Can you
bringing
imagine
the
if
water type
Pelipper-
attack down into Iron Hands,
Holy
but not enough to get the knockout. The bulk there really
Critical
prevailing
hit?
Iron Hands.
Oh my
Not
god,
quite
that was
enough,
so
but
much
now
damage.
that this Amoonguss is on the field, while it's not going to be able to go for something like the Spore because the electric terrain is active, none of these Pokemon
Yeah,
will be able to get put
that's
to
the
sleep.
one other
It does have
advantage is that the
opportunity here to
Amoonguss
go
can't
for
put anything
something
to
like the
sleep because
Pollen Claw, or the
Miraidon
Clear
is setting
Smog,
up the
just get a
electric
little bit of
terrain
damage down,
constantly.
but it
And
can
there's
also
no
go for the
Rillaboom
Rage
on the
Powder
other
if
side.
It wants to. That's what
I mean, this
we
is a
see with
playable
Pelipper
matchup
switching
for this
off the
Miraidon
field.
player.
This is what Utah wants, though.
Cali
You
Ice
wanna
is
make
back
sure you have
out.
the Calyrex next to the Amoonguss, so you can provide that redirection to enable a safe setup with the Trick Room.
So you
But it's
can't
always
put
a little
anything to
risky
Spore, it's
switching
just
in,
gonna be a
at least
Rage
if the
Power.
it's
Oh,
gonna be just
the
the
Draco!
Draco!
See ya!
That's gone.
Dude!
The redirection
Luca is
point
wrecking
ball.
this guy
There's gonna
up.
be another knockout here for Luca as
Wrecking
just like
his
that, it's
shit
down to
up.
his two final
This
Pokemon
Italian
in
player
his
is
first
on a
game.
rampage.
As well is gonna have to be taken here by this Ice Rider Calyrex.
Oh my
And
god,
with
and
this
Cali
electric
takes
terrain, not
over
only is he gonna be able to get a
60%.
boost from that, but you're also going to see that massive attack added
I don't know,
in.
man, it's
The
3-2
recoil, though,
right
going
now.
to eliminate this Iron Hands
And I'm
from this
pretty sure
game,
the Cali
but
Ice
there's
dies
so
to
many
Draco
Pokemon that
Meteor.
Luca gets to
And you
depend
can't
on.
protect now because
Honestly,
Ursh is
Luca's
out.
played this so well. Losing the Iron Hands is actually a benefit because you get the option to bring your Urshifu back
Bro,
onto the field,
I'm
and it's still
telling you,
focused
Miraidon
on
has
intact.
got
2 more
this.
turns of this electric terrain as well for Miraidon to play around. Pelipper also does not want
He
to
forfeited already?
coming in from Utah. Luca's going to take game 1.
What an explosive start to this match as well. First, second turn.
Oh my god, Miraidon is about to win Worlds.
Both of our players
Let's
to
see
make-
it, Luca.
And Luca was the one that ended up getting it right.
Exactly. I think as
That
well,
was
when you see the
crazy.
Pelipper in play, and we're so used to
He
seeing
just
Pelipper holding the
just
focus sash, but the fact
exerted
that it was
so
there
much
so
pressure, and that
vulnerable,
other
you've got
guy
the
just
Miraidon
could
that's in
not find a
dominant speed
foothold.
tier, just able to apply so much pressure with any electricity it wants to throw
Oh,
its way.
he's not
Things
looking
would have
happy
been very
either.
dire for Utah. I have to
Utah
say,
looks like his
coming into this
headspace is
match,
all a
Rose,
mess.
you and I were
They
talking
talk
about how turn 0 is
They
going
play
to
a
be
best
critical,
of
and
3,
that's where the
silly.
momentum is going to swing, and that's exactly what we
They
saw
play a
happen
best
here.
of 3.
Pelipper going for the
So,
helping hand, perfect. If this
because
happens, a Terra
Luca,
Fairy
the
Miraidon
Italian
lead
player,
goes
just
inside,
won
this
that
would've been a
first game,
knockout here for
if
Utah.
he
I
wins
would've already
again,
gained so much
it's
momentum,
over.
but
He's
Luca
the world
not enabling
champion.
that for him
If
here.
he
Instead,
loses,
switching in
then
Iron Hands
the
and
other
getting
player
the
has a
KO
win,
on the
and then they
Landorus
have to go
instead.
to game number
Having the
3
Sensor Storm,
to see
you're
who's
still
going to win
doing
it.
a critical
So
amount of
it's just a
damage to
best
both
of 3.
Pokemon.
So
And
right now, if
it's a little
Luca
bit
wins
hard to
again,
kind of consider,
he's instantly the
maybe
world
would
champ.
that
If
have
he
been a
loses,
bit
they go
more
to
to
the
go for in
third
that
game
first
to
turn? So
decide
you know
who's
you
the
can break
world
the focus
champ.
sash on that Urshifu and also just start to chip away at either the Mariah
Man,
or
that
this
purple
Iron Hands
dragon,
that's switched in.
I think you make a
so
very valid point there,
intense.
actually, because as you've said, if the Iron Hands comes
So
in,
much
it's
damage
still that
output.
Slugfest, but it is still not going to appreciate taking a Sanseer Storm, and you know that you have the accuracy as well.
Yeah,
with
that
the
Terra
Pelican on
really
the field.
did
So
screw
going
the
into this
Lando.
game
I mean, that
too,
Terra was like,
considering that Luca is now just
I have
one
no
game
idea
away
what he was
from being the champion.
expecting
if you're Yuta,
there.
you have got to do everything you can to stop him
The
in his
only thing
tracks.
that you
Make
Terra
sure that
out
you
of
are
by
bringing
going for
those
Terra
powerful
Ghost is
Pokemon
like a
the
close
Landorus, for
combat, which you're
example, that you're
resisting
making
anyways.
those
Like,
turn
what was he
pulls
thinking
correct.
going for the
We did not get a
terrestrialization there?
chance to actually see Trick Room get utilized in that first game. I wonder if that is a strategy.
I own
that
Violet,
Yuta could potentially
Ace.
rely
I
upon
actually was
in
really
order
torn
to
about whether
get
I
an
go
upper hand
Scarlet
in
or
some
Violet,
way.
but I just
We don't
Koraidon
necessarily
spoke to me
know
more
how the
at the
Iron Hands
time.
and the Calyrex Ice Rider would fare against each
I
other.
just, dude,
But
I
they
just
are
want my
both
prediction to be right.
considerably on the
Honestly, I
lower
just
side of
predicted that
speed,
Murata was going to be the one to win it.
one
So I want to
option
see
that
my
you could see
my
Yuta try to
Oracle
rely
nature
upon.
coming
I
to
would
full
always like
to
to see
fruition
the Calyrex
here.
coming out here with the Pelipper. You can provide some support with the rain here as well as being able to go for something like that Weather Ball, deal some big
Let's
damage
see
down
this,
the field,
bro.
enable Calyrex to get that Trick Room
So
set
sorry,
up.
I
You
wanted
can
to also
support
mention
very
that
powerful offensive Pokemon like the Land
I wanted to. What is going on?
to try and get a knockout while Calyrex sets up. And you also have Amoonguss for redirectional support. Lots of options, but let's see what the
Here we
trainers
go.
go for.
Well, there's
Going
gonna
into
be a
game
adjustment
2,
here for
people.
Luca, as we do get a chance to see this Ogre Prawn, Hearth Flame, and the Miraidon.
Yeah, maybe
But
living-
here for Yuta, it is going to be that Iron Valiant finally making an appearance on this stream.
Okay,
next
Iron
to
Valiant.
Landorus.
Yuta
Next
is
to the
not slowing
Lando,
down, instead
and here
going
comes
on
the Miraidon
speedy
again.
side here. You've got the Iron
Oh my
Valiant
God,
on
let's
the
see what
field.
happens.
With the boost that it's going to get from Quark Drive, now it's going to be extra speedy, and you have the Choice Scarf on this Landorus. Iron Valiant's going to be the fastest thing on the field.
And that Landorus not too far behind it either. And
So we
now
have to
Luca's
imagine
gonna have
that
to
this
figure out
time-
what do you actually go for here? With
Well,
this Iron Valiant
it's
is running
tricky
Spirit Break,
because-
so that is one way that you can start to
It's tricky
control
because that
a bit of
Ogre
the
Prawn can
special
just
attack
draw the
output
Earth,
from this Miraidon,
draw the
because you
Landorus
have
attacks
no
away.
way to actually remove the terrain. So it's always going to keep that Hadron Engine boost to its special
Oh,
attack.
man, this is
the other
so
thing
tense,
that you
bro.
have though is if you really want to, you can consider trying to switch something in or go for coaching. There's a
Let's
lot of
see.
options here for this Iron Valiant to provide in terms of support.
It's got to be
Okay,
tempting
the
to go for
turn's
Spirit
starting.
Break, though, to kind of force
Terrestrialization,
the
turn
opposing
one.
Miraidon.
We're
But then
turning up the heat
Miraidon
already,
has
people.
redirectional support with the Ogre
Terra
Prawn next
Fairy?
to it to be able to provide that redirection.
Okay, so
You do
this
see the
time he
specialization
is
come through,
doing
though. It has
exactly
been
what the
forced. There is no
opponent
Dragon type on the
predicted
field,
last
but a
time.
pure Fairy type
This
in
is
the
why the
ball right here.
Japanese
Something
player
like
made the
Dazzling
move
Gleam
he
would
did
deal a
last time.
significant chunk of damage. It's going to be some redirection coming
It
in
must
for
be
the
a
Ogre Prawn,
Dazzling
just gonna
Gleam.
save it from taking a Spirit Break and luring
Okay,
its special
Spirit
attack.
Break coming
Well,
out.
Spirit Break
Gonna
into
do
the Ogre Prawn
nothing.
is going to do just a little bit of damage. Is resisted though, and that special
And then
attack
what?
not
Earth
going
power?
to matter
Sludge
on this
bomb?
physically offensive threat.
Destroy
But
the
it is
Ogre
gonna be
Prawn?
Sludge bomb follow-up that gets the
Okay, the
knockout
Ogre
at
Prawn's
the
gone.
end
You
of
better
the
get a
day.
lot of
But
mileage
the
out of this
most
turn,
important thing
Luca.
is that this Miraidon is going to be
A Volt
alive
Switch.
and also with full HP.
Holy shit, he just took that thing out in one hit.
You've removed one big threat from
Oh
the
my
field,
God,
as
we're
well
just
as
trading
removing
blow
Luca the
for
opportunity
blow
to now
here.
adjust and switch up the ball position. The Volt Switch will mean a Pokemon has to come into the fruition, but then because you have had that,
I mean, I want you to be able to claw
you
his
can
way
also bring
back
a second
here.
Pokemon into
Yeah,
play. It's gonna be
Oko
the
from a
Iron Hands.
Volt
We know the
Switch
fake
is
out potential is on the
nuts.
field, as well as
Miraidon
once
is
again
just
boosting up
so
that Quark Drive
powerful.
and boosting the attack of the Iron Hands.
Oh boy. We've got two future Paradox Pokemon in this match, but it's going to be Iron Hands that
Okay.
continues to prevail above
Man,
all
it's
right
so
now.
crazy
You know
that this
what I wonder, though,
Landorus
is
looks
if
so
Yuta is
good
now
in this
completely
matchup, and he
switched
has
things
just
up here.
not been
You
able to
went with
exert the
fast
right
mode front and
pressure.
center. Now you have the utility to bring in something slower from the back. It is that Calyrex Ice Rider, and you have the offensive pressure from something like the
Okay, here
Landorus
comes
that
Miraidon
will go
again.
for a lot of damage right now into both these opposing Pokemon. If you've got the Calyrex in
Oh my
play,
God, the
you can
Electro
try and get
Drift
the
could
Trick
just
Room, and if
blow
there
that thing
is
out of the
indeed
water.
something like the Amoonguss
You
in
could
the
just
back
go
as
for
well,
Fake
that
Out
could
from
be
the
a
Iron
fantastic
Hands and
endgame
Electro
state for
Drift from the
Yuta.
It
Miraidon.
could be, but there's not really a great way to remove this Miraidon before it can potentially get a decent amount of damage out. You look at the Landorus with this Sludge Bomb, and it's not necessarily guaranteed to be enough for a knockout in a lot of
Okay,
cases.
come on, let's
So,
see.
If there's
Because
any
even
little
if
bit
the
of extra
Protect
damage
comes
that
out of
can
the
come through,
Calyrex,
maybe this Calyrex is able
you'll
to
get
withstand
faked out
another
from the
attack.
Landorus.
It's why
Man,
this Terra is
Yuta
gonna
has
be
got
so
his
important
back
to have
against the
preserved
wall, bro.
for something like this Ice Rider to have a defensive capability.
I almost wonder if the Terra on the Landorus could be good as well, though, because, you know, Fake
Oh,
Out's
yeah,
the field with the
yeah.
Iron Hands.
Now the
You're
Terra
locked into
stabilization
Sludge
makes
Bomb, and
sense.
you're
I
gonna be able to
forgot
do a
about that.
significant chunk of damage
Now this
if you're
Landorus
focusing
could go
right on
Terra
him. If you
Ghost
do
and then
deep
rip a
focus something
Sludge
like the
Bomb.
Ghost Terra, then you can avoid being hit by that Fake Out. But the Grass Terrestrialization is also a key component. A lot of decisions here for Yuta.
Maybe you go Fake Out into the Calyrex and then... There it
There
is! Here comes the Terra Ghost!
One more win here, and Luca's going to become your world champion. So
It's not Terra Ghost!
The Ice Rider Calyrex going to take on that.
He's just trying to dodge the Electro Drift.
And survive some of his damage, and that this Trick Room is
Fake
gonna
Out
be the
plus
exact
Volt Switch,
environment
let's
that
see
wants
it.
to be in. But as there's going to be
Oh my
big
god,
here.
faking out the
This
Cali
Ice
instead.
is not going to be able to get a chance
Sludge
to
bomb.
Sludge bomb in return.
It doesn't kill.
Really not enough to knock out this Maraudon.
Draco!
Free to go.
Oh my
Another Draco
god!
here, another one-hit knockout, and that is
Another
going to be
Oko!
closer to becoming the world champion.
No stopping Luca at this point in time. You needed
Luca
help
is
to be able to
on
get the
a
KO with that
rampage.
Wasn't enough without a critical hit to completely deactivate this Miraidon on
Completely
the field.
calling
Fantastic
that
play from
turn.
Luca here, and you see the Amoonguss coming in as well. The last two
This is it, man.
remaining
This is the
Pokemon
last
to
hope.
His bid to become the world champion. Trick Room is not in play. However, Amoonguss can
I mean,
go for a little bit of redirection.
Amoonguss can go for Rage Powder here and safely let the Trick Room go up. It's not totally over yet. Come on, Utah, give us a show, man. Let's see the moves. You're sitting there ready to become world champ. Take it, brother.
Speed in your control, and you will be able to start dishing out some of these glacial lances.
Here comes the Draco. Is it enough? No, it's
Amoonguss
not.
It's going to do a decent amount of damage.
And no redirection coming through here. Instead, just
Wild
a
charge.
target from Luca.
The Amoonguss lives.
Amoonguss survives on. The Iron Hand's gonna take a
That's
little bit of recall
huge.
from the Rocky
That might have
Helmet.
just got his
Critically,
bid for
Utah
being
still has
back
two
in this.
Pokemon remaining on the field. It did not go for the redirection. It goes for the Pollen Puff. Has Calirex's back.
Wow,
And if
that's
Calyrex is
crazy.
going for the Trick Room, it flips the match on its head.
Okay,
The
Trick
speeds
Room
are
is
going to
up
be
now.
in control potentially for this Ice Rider Calyrex, but we have to see how it's going to fare against something
Holy
like this
shit,
Iron
he might
Hands.
win this.
Iron Hands is definitely a Pokemon that can be trained to be very, very slow, and in some situations can indeed match that Calyrex.
This is a
form.
bad
So we'll have to see
position.
Exactly how these trainers have trained their Pokemon.
Now
in terms of
Trick Room
speed
is up.
and who is gonna
Slow
be the
Pokemon are
faster.
first,
Amoonguss
or
really
fastest.
sitting on
Go
borrowed time
first.
here.
The
There's
slow
no other
Pokemon are now
to switch
fast.
outwards, so the regenerator ability
That
is not
grassy
on
green
board.
horse
And because
over
the
there is
electric
now
trainers
gonna
on
hit
the field, you
super
cannot go
hard,
for any force.
super quickly.
If anything, Amoonguss here needs to maybe, I think, only go for the redirection. You've got Clear Smog, but I don't think that's going to do too much. Although into the
Holy
Miraidon, it might
shit,
be
this is
enough.
so tense.
It might be enough.
I cannot believe he
absolutely,
just lived on
but
two.
Amoonguss and Trick Room is going to be the first to move. Iron Hands
Okay,
is going
that
to
was
take
strange.
a very pitiful amount of damage there, and as it goes for the Drain Punch now, it is going to get a little bit of
I guess it was the
recoil
only
thanks to
move he
hitting
had.
into the Rocky Helmet.
And it went before the Calyrex as well. So
Okay,
able to
went
get
for
a
Clear
little bit of
Smog.
damage back. This could be indicative of how they are trained.
Yeah,
Indeed,
no
of
Spore.
course, Amoonguss does go down, and now Calyrex has the utility.
Okay,
to go
what
for
can
that
Calyrex do?
Instead, however, it's high horsepower.
Goes for the high horsepower. That's so smart.
And you will get the chilling neigh boost as well, but Miraidon
Because he
is
leaves
yet
the,
to move.
that way
It
you
is yet to
guarantee
move,
the
but it
KO
is
on the
at
Iron Hands,
-4
and you
special
leave the
attack.
Miraidon
So
sitting
it
there
may
neutered
be,
on the
as long
field.
as this is not
Because
going to
watch,
be a
this is going to do
critical
nothing.
hit, it is going to just do
I mean, that was a
little
good
bit of
chunk,
damage
but
at
that
a
was
time.
more or less
Now the
nothing.
Miraidon is at -6 as the Farigiraf
It's the
is
Farig!
in as that fourth and final here for Luca.
Oh my god, I
This is
think
not
Utah
what you
has
wanna see.
clawed his
You
way
want
back into
Calyrex
this
here.
game.
Not only is the electric sea boosting up the defense on Farigiraf's side, but it is rocking that foul play. And as your attack boost from Chilling Neigh get higher,
This
and
is gonna
higher,
come down to
foul
the
play
wire,
potential
bro.
gets bigger and
Here it
bigger.
comes.
Calyrex going for the glacial lance.
How much is this gonna do?
It is gonna be enough to get the KO on Miraidon, but Farigiraf,
Okay,
no, it's
Farigiraf has to kill this Calyrex right now. If this giraffe doesn't kill the horse, then we go to game 3. If this hit kills, Luca becomes the world champion. It lived!
so close, but Calyrex hanging on. It is now a 1v1.
Oh my god.
Calyrex is going to move first. This is a single target.
And he gets the kill!
And that's going to be enough for the knock.
We go to game 3! Utah just pulled that one out, bro!
Does it get closer than this, Pokemon trainers? Game 3.
That
Massive
was
division.
freaking
World
nuts.
Championships. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm not even in my seat, Rosemary. It's that intense.
What an
Oh my
amazing
goodness.
game.
Here we go.
He looks
Can't believe that that was the wire
exhausted.
that went. So much to take away from the last couple of turns of that game.
Oh my
As we
god,
have
yeah,
seen
no
the Trick
kidding,
Room get
silly.
set up, the Iron Hands
Me
do
neither.
move
Game
first.
3, let's
Intriguing.
go.
What an interesting takeaway from that game.
Trick Room was honestly
Holy
very interesting
shit.
here.
That
Not
was the
only with
wildest
speeds,
game
like you
ever.
said, with the Iron
He
Hands and
just
Calyrex
managed to get up that
interesting,
Trick
but
Room,
the
which
key
flipped the
thing for me
speeds.
was that Amoonguss. It was able to
Right?
hang on 2
I mean,
hit
well
points
done.
remaining. That was the completely pivotal thing, and you can see the celebration there from Utah, knowing that that was clutch to be able to close out the end game. But also, I love.
Oh,
the turn
Jesus,
where
I'm out of
they
breath,
set up
man.
the Trick Room and did not
You
go
have
for
to
the
give it to him.
redirection, instead going,
That's
okay,
what's so cool.
Luca,
Like, I'm
if you
still
decide to
rooting
do
for
opposing
Miraidon.
direction, it's over
I want
anyway,
Luca
but
to
he
win, but
doubles down
honestly,
into
I'm
Amoonguss,
so
and I allow
fired
to
up
have the
by
Pollen
both
Puff
of these
boost.
trainers
That's exactly
making
what Calyrex
such
needed in the
excellent
end game
plays
as well. So
just bringing this down to the wire, that I'm going to be happy no matter who wins. Let's just see a good game, bro. I'm still shooting for Miraidon and Luca to win this, but oh my god.
Luca was a little bit disappointed not being able to actually get the knockout there.
I'll be happy either way. That was an incredible game.
It has to take that high horsepower, ends up getting knocked out for all of its troubles. But then we finally get into
Man, that Amukas living on 2 HP mattered so much.
Versus this Ice Rider Calyrex that had those attack boosts from Chilling Nay.
Oh,
honestly, that can be so detrimental.
That foul play needed a crit, bro.
We know how much damage foul play is capable.
Look at that. So close.
Remaining, and I would be so interested to go back and do the math.
Oh, Yuta is losing his mind over there.
Towards the end, Farigiraf goes down though, the single target doing that extra bit of damage to push it over the edge.
Here we go, people, headed to game 3. Let's see it.
A fall for the giraffe there, but now Pokemon trainers, it is game 3. One game separates these two trainers from world champion.
Yeah, that was dirt nasty, bro.
Cannot believe this is what it all comes down to. You could feel the energy right now as both of them get locked in and ready to go for this third and final game. We ended up seeing a really good adjustment from both of them as well as we headed into the second one. The Ogerpon Heartflame there for Luca. The Iron Valiant making an appearance there for Yuta.
Man, they must be out of their minds with nerves.
Too much. It did force out a Terra that helped Yuta navigate through that game just a little bit better. But Lou, everybody, let's get ready as game 3.
Let's do this, people!
2024 Pokemon World Championships.
Who is going to be the world champion?
And Luca, Cherry Belly.
The leads are out.
Okay, the leads are out. Okay, we're switching it up on the side of Yuta.
And the slow. We have got the Iron Valiant and the Calyrex Ice Rider.
Oh my god, this is
on the
freaky.
field right now, it kind of forces your hand. What sort of mode would you potentially want to go for? And let's not forget
this is scary for Yuta.
Has the opportunity to go
He's
for
pinned
coaching
here because if he goes Terra to avoid the Miraidon, then that Ogerpon can just bonk it out of existence.
If you go for the Terra Grass as well on that Calyrex Ice Rider, you're in a difficult
It could just be baiting him. It could just be a protect.
From the opposing Miraidon, Draco Meteor will be neutral, but you are fearing that opposing Ogerpon. If it wants to go for that fire type,
and right now that Iron Valiant can do so much damage.
But whether or not with the coaching, being able to boost up your defense as well, that's going to
I wonder if it's just going to be a Trick Room from Calyrex and then like a Terra Fairy from the Miraidon.
It will. So I think it comes down once again to what's going to happen on this very first turn.
This first turn is going to matter so much.
Do also continue to think about Trick Room setup in this moment. I wonder.
Exactly. Trick Room has the capability.
I mean, it could just be a Draco.
I think Lucas
There's no Protect coming out.
Redirection coming through from that Ogerpon, drawing in all of the attack potential. Maybe something like a Spirit Break. But
coaching. Very smart. But what happens? What did Luca do? What did you do, Luca? He went for the Draco. He didn't get the kill. And Trick Room is up. Oh my god, that horse is now fast.
Very, very interesting. The Iron Valiant in a little bit of a detrimental position, but you could always use this opportunity.
Holy crap, that Ice Rider just survived.
And go down. Be happy for it to be KO'd and allow it to try and go for something in
and the Calyrex now has a coaching boost.
Maybe switch it out for something like the Amoonguss, maybe just get some Rocky Helmet damage here, but for
this
me,
is
in this situation,
that was so crazy that thing lived on red. It has like a sliver of health.
Do you just go for the Glacial Lance?
I think you just have to try to make the most of the attack boost that you've been given, right? You may not necessarily be able to get a big knockout onto.
Oh my god, this is so tense, man.
Okay,
the Miraidon is out, switching out.
This Miraidon, it is going to retreat, and
here comes the Iron Hands.
The Iron Hands that takes its place.
Deciding to try and soak this damage up.
After we see this attack boost for the Iron Hands.
Well, Yuta doesn't necessarily want to see this Iron Hands. We know that it has the potential
Iron Valiant
to be
switches out too.
Trick Room against that Calyrex, and with the very low HP remaining, it's got something like a Fake Out.
Oh, nice.
The Pelipper joining the field,
trying to reduce the fire type damage of that Ogerpon. Oh, it's just Spiky Shield though.
Spiky Shield means that you are actually going
to
because
that allows you to go for the Fake Out the next turn.
It's going to deny a boost, another boost to this Ice Rider Calyrex's attack, but as
hey, Carl.
The Iron Hands that has to take its place. It has the Assault.
Okay, the Iron Hands took 50%. My god.
So that's over 50%. It's going to take.
Trick Room has 3 more turns left.
If I'm the Iron Hands now, I've got a decision to make. Do you go for the Fake Out into the Calyrex, or does the Calyrex protect? And then you wouldn't go for the Fake Out into the Pelipper, because if you leave the Calyrex unchecked, another Glacial Lance is going to do a huge
so much damage. Okay, Pelipper's back.
Something like the Weather Ball is
so then it's a protect from the Calyrex. Here comes the Amoonguss. Yuta is back on his game, yo. I mean Yuta. Yeah, Yuta. Luca needs to get his together right now.
Doesn't have have to fear a fake out. Fake out does go into the Amoonguss though,
Uh-oh.
so now that you
Did
see
he
that
call the
coming through, it's going to be a little bit more rocky helmet recoil and the Ivy cudgel.
Oh, it was a
going into
protect.
the
It was a
protected
protect.
Calyrex.
I really
Man,
like
Luka
this
made a
play by Yuta.
ballsy play
Sacrificing
going
a
for
ton of
fake
trick
out in the
to
other
switch up the ball
slot.
position, because now Amoonguss going to be the slowest thing on the field. It can go for
Okay.
something like the pollen puff,
Neutral
and help
turn.
that Calyrex regenerate a little
Nothing
bit of HP,
happening.
particularly with the rain in play. It gives
Now
it a
we're
little
gonna
bit
get
more
turbulent
defensive
here.
support, or at the same time, you can go for that redirection. You know that the Iron
Two
Hands
turns
only
left
have
of
single
Trick Room.
target type attacks, so you can draw them in. Obviously, the Ogerpon, however, being a grass type, is not going to be affected by that Rage Powder, so it makes things difficult.
It does make it difficult,
this is
meaning that
so
if you try
difficult.
to redirect away something like an Ivy Cudgel, or even
But at this
just
point, the
a Woodhammer,
Ogerpon can
this
protect
Calyrex
again.
is already not going to be sitting at a very healthy amount of
So you gotta figure out what you
HP.
wanna
So as we
sack.
head
I
into
bet
this
the-
next turn, we are going to end up seeing a terrestrialization
Oh, a Terra.
first.
From who?
And let's see what it's for.
From Luka?
Nice to see it a little bit later in the game.
Oh,
It is
to
indeed
turn into a
going to
pure
be
fire
on the
type.
Ogerpon here, dropping his grass type and just becoming a fully fledged fire type in this
So he
rain
can
on the
resist
field
the
here.
Glacial
Trying to
Lance
maybe use
damage.
that embody aspect to boost up the attack stat
Oh, that's
and
so
get rid
smart.
of this Amoonguss.
Would be nice
But the
here.
Amoonguss still went for the Rage Powder.
Because it did get rid of that grass typing.
So it
it's
lost
going
the grass
to
typing.
Draw this attention away from this Ogerpon, as it also has to take the low kick. Another little bit of chip damage down to this Iron Hands as the Glacial Lance hits into
Is he gonna
both of these
live?
targets. The Iron Hands is
Okay, the
definitely gonna
Ogerpon
go down.
does
The
live.
Ogerpon, now that it has removed that grass typing, it still only takes about half of that damage.
It's still going to be vulnerable though, considering that's another chilling Nay boost that the Calyrex has got. The Ivy
Okay,
Cudgel
here it
gonna come
goes.
through in the rain
Ivy
down
Cudgel,
to
can it get the
opposing
kill here?
Amoonguss.
That's what's gonna
It's
matter.
be able to hit hard, and
It
is
does
gonna
get the kill on the
get
Amoonguss.
knockout.
Ooh, the knockout even through the rain. That is what you
Okay,
can
that's
see
something.
from just this embody aspect attack boost.
Oh my
really
God,
trying
this
to help
game is
out there.
so
And
much down to the
allows
wire.
Yuta to bring in something else, and
Pelipper's
this
back
Calyrex
in.
Trick Room is still going
So
to
they
be
each have 3
one of
Pokemon
the
left.
faster things on the field.
And there's
But
the
it's gonna be
Farigiraf.
Now that's going to take this
That
Iron
makes
Hands'
sense.
place.
This gets very interesting now. You've got the
Because it has the
defense coming
defense
through from the
boost.
electricity, but you've also got Pelipper,
Yes.
generally on the slower side Pokemon-wise on the field. But
So I
whether
bet-
the Pelipper
I bet
or Farigiraf
Farigiraf
are gonna
lives
be able
through
to move
this.
First could be critical here. Pelipper in a prime position to target down something
And the
like
Ogerpon
weather
can
ball
protect.
into
Man,
the Ogerpon and
Luka
remove it from
stalled
play.
out
At
this
the same
Trick Room
time,
like a
Farigiraf
pro.
doesn't want to have to take another one of these Ivy Glacial Lancers. Maybe doubled up from the Pelipper could be enough to get the KO. You have got the other boost. Ogerpon may go down to another Glacial Lance.
This is the last turn of Trick Room, though, so we are going to have to see
Yeah,
Yuta
Pollen
try
Puff
to
would
make
be
the
crazy.
most of it. And while you have all
I
these
think-
boosts
I think
intact,
Yuta was
even the
aware of
sliver
that Terra Fire
HP
coming out.
means that you will be up
Dude, this
and ready to
Calyrex
go
is
for
putting in
something like
the
another
meanest of
attack.
work on
Now
14
that
health.
There is also this terrestrialization on the Ogerpon. There's no way that Farigiraf can actually.
One of these
capitalize
guys
on
is about to
one
be
try and
crowned the
resist some of this
champion of
damage.
Pokemon
So
for
we
the
see
entire
Ogerpon
planet.
Go for the spiky shield here. Very safe play to make sure that it will be one of the fastest things
Okay, yep,
outside
that
of
makes
this
sense. There's the
Trick Room.
protect. How much
So
damage
when
does
we
this do to
see
this
attack from
Farigiraf?
this Calyrex Ice Rider,
You want
it
this
is not
Farigiraf
going
to go
end
down
up
here, ideally.
attacking into the Ogerpon there. But critically, we also don't
Okay,
see how
Weather
we
Ball
get
into
from
the
this
Farig.
Pelipper. But the Farigiraf going for the foul play will get the
Ooh!
to the Calyrex, but what is this Pelipper going to do?
Got the
I mean,
KO
I
there,
don't know if
bro.
there's too much that it can do here. The foul play removing the restricted here. Pelipper was going for the weather ball. It is finding its mark.
Dude, I don't know.
Rain boosted,
I
light
think
ball
you
boosted.
want that to
It
happen.
gets
I
the
think
knockout.
Luka might have this game in the
These
bag,
trainers
bro.
now, as Trick Room ends, forced to their last
Trick Room
two
is
remaining
over
ones.
now.
Pelipper's gonna be joined by the Iron
And it's
Valiant.
Miraidon
Miraidon
back
joining
onto the field, yo.
Yes, but now that we end up seeing
And the
this
rain
board
is-
stage,
the rain is
we
still
have the
there.
Iron Valiant that's going to be coming back in for Yuta, which outside of Trick Room, now that that's expired.
No, dude,
is
it's
going
over.
to be
It's Iron
faster
Valiant. He
than
lost
this
both his
Miraidon,
Amoonguss and his
especially
Calyrex.
because Miraidon's gonna
It's
reset
Iron
the
Valiant and
electric terrain as it
Pelipper
comes back
against the
in.
world.
That's very true, giving a natural Quark Drive boost to this
And
Iron
now I
Valiant.
think
And
the
as you
Miraidon
said
is
already as
faster.
well, the terrestrialization has been used on that Ogerpon, so there's no fairy terrestrialization that can come through from this Miraidon. I have to say, though, the one thing for Ogerpon here is that redirection.
And the
If you
Pelipper's
wanna
got
go
nothing
for the follow
left.
me and save the Miraidon from having to take a powerful
Yeah, dude.
Spirit Break from
The
Iron
Ogerpon can just
Valiant,
use
that could be
follow me.
exactly what the Miraidon needs in order to get some damage.
Dude,
down
I
the
think
field.
Luka, the
You
Italian
could
player,
go
is
for
about to be the
something
world
like a Dazzle
champ.
Gleam, but there is the potential of a white guard on the opposing side. So I think you've got to lock in something that's going to be boosted by the Electro Train, maybe the Electro Drift. I think it's time to see it.
I think it might be time to see it as well. We saw how much the Volt Switch from the Miraidon did into the Iron Valiant before, so we know
good call.
that an Electro Drift would
Good
certainly
call,
be
good
able
call,
to get the
good call.
knockout as well. You just
Yeah,
still have
Bryce
to
is-
use Terra though, and there is a
Go
very
Italy!
good defensive
LG is
Terra.
voting for
You take a look
Italy!
at this Pelipper being able to terrestrialize to the grass type.
Yeah, Pelipper can't protect either, so it's going to be completely vulnerable to any electric type attacks that are coming its way. So I think as you have got the terrestrialization in your back pocket, Yuta needs
You
to
came at the
not fail
perfect
it. I
time,
think it's
LG.
exactly
This
what
is
we're
like
seeing, Rose.
the last match of the World Championships Finals, Game 3. Here goes the Terra. This is it.
Going to take that
Okay, the Pelipper's trying to resist the electric damage.
Type attacks from this Miraidon, but you do make yourself a
Does
bit
it matter?
to this Ogerpon, even if in the rain.
Helping hand goes off. Oh, you were there for the last 2 games. Okay, awesome.
Seeing a redirection though from this Ogerpon, and yes, we did.
Yes, there it is. The Ogerpon is pulling all of the moves towards it. That makes that giant dragon safe for this turn. Yep. All the attacks got sucked into the Ogre. Here comes the big boom!
The Electro Drift into this Iron Valiant is going to be enough.
It's a knockout!
Come off, and Yuta knows this might just be all she wrote. This Pelipper, this last bastion.
I think this is it, bro.
To try to get through this game, but the rain has stopped. The protection is gone here for this grass type Pelipper. And as we see
the battle was canceled. Luca wins. Look at him. Look at him.
Your 2024 Pokemon World Champion.
He won.
Italy does it again.
Look at them. Italy is freaking out. Italy is cheering and screaming. Luca, you did it, brother. Miraidon won. Yes, spam Italy flags.
Amazing stuff. You know, it is so fantastic to see Luca join
wow.
the ranks of these
that was
incredible
amazing.
champions that we have seen come before him. This is a player
that was an insane battle. Those games were amazing.
Being able to have one of the best seasons.
Look, he's freaking out.
Talk about all those top
he's
16
losing his mind.
been able to have the top
Look at them all with their matching jerseys. Oh yeah, he's saying you got to go shake the hand of the other guy.
To this World Championships, and he's done it. This is his
wow, that was incredible.
Win, and what a one to have.
Yeah, he's got to get back on stage and shake. You got to shake the guy's hand.
Rosemary, that was such a beautiful celebration coming through from Luca. At the end of the European season in Bologna, got 2nd place, so close to #1, and you can see him here going through
look,
the
there
crowd,
he is. He's looking for the guy.
Getting back onto center stage after celebrating with his friends, who really were the true players.
Yeah, there we go.
As well as
nice sportsmanship.
Commiserations we have
good hug there. Look at wow, that was an amazing game.
Coming through from the Iron Valiant and the
talking about it
as being so dominant with some interesting speed alterations, but Luca was like constantly in control of
a well-deserved win. He played that masterfully. His game plan was start to finish executed perfectly. Time for some pasta, LG says. Absolutely.
A little bit of this Miraidon matchup. The Landorus being able to deal effective damage or force a Terra. You also just have this Iron Valiant.
That was a really fun set of games to play.
Players that he's faced already, but Luca, very
hey, does anyone want this Salamence?
Also not afraid to take those risks.
I think we're gonna call it here now that we got to see this win, because it's gonna take a while. They'll do final ceremonies and everything and give out trophies and stuff, but it's going to take a while for them to get to that point.
And I think although Yuta had so many key pieces that could
good night, brother. Good night, Carl. Thank you so much for showing up to the World's Finals match, man.
It's not just about the Pokemon on the field. Sometimes you have to play the player as well. And I feel like Luca was constantly reading the book that Yuta was writing. Hey,
does anyone else want this Salamence here? See ya, LG.
Like you said, bringing in the Iron Hands just meant that the strategy and the
thanks for showing up, Mom.
Was completely neutralized, as well as going through the rest of the set, making sure that those key components were removed so beautifully by Luca.
Is it just Ace who wants the Salamence? Because I'll trade it right over to Ace. I said I was going to give this shiny away. We're giving it away.
Those top 4 matches, that top 8 match already just so stellar in terms of.
All right, Ace. Unless somebody else jumps in really at the last second, shoot me a code, man.
We saw right away this.
I'm glad you enjoyed, silly.
End up getting knocked out to that.
Thanks for coming out this late in the evening. MTJT, Cheyenne, y'all still here? Thank you for coming out.
Potentially win this game.
I think things got very difficult here as well, with the Calyrex applying a lot of pressure, getting those chilling nade boosts as well. But the
I'm getting online right now, Ace.
The very end, that last turtle trick,
I think my code is still sitting there.
Spiky shield, knowing the Miraidon had been preserved in the back for later with so much damage of Electro Drift. I think again, timing it perfectly when Electric Train had left.
Yes, Cheyenne, you're still here.
With the Hadron engine,
dude, that battle was amazing. Was that not?
Endgame play. Calyrex going down here as well.
I could not. I was freaking out.
Was very unfortunate there, but I think also just Luca being able to play through this Trick Room turns and preserving this Ogerpon was so important.
I'm searching now, Ace.
That he ended up terrestrializing it to this single fire.
So here's the other thing for those of you that may not be aware. Luca, in winning that battle, with his trusty Miraidon, the Pokemon Company is about to give that Italian player $30,000 for getting first place.
collective spirit break, and it was just
30K.
amazing. If there was going to be one
That's
person
what he
that
just
could
won.
potentially get through this
I mean,
really
plus the
unique
glory and the
matchup,
trophy
it was
and
Luka,
a shitload of Pokemon
congratulations
cards
to
that are
him.
gonna be. He's gonna be given like tons and tons of packs of cards to
Let's
open
hear it
for
for your
fun.
world champion.
But he also gets 30,000.
Luka, I know it's very fresh in your mind, but what do you think will stick out as the most memorable moment of your world
Here we go.
match?
Interview.
I really don't know. I just feel like just the moment that sealed the game.
Ace, you are too sweet, man.
All I'm thinking about right now. Just the screen saying.
You have so many epic shinies. Thank you for this. This is an amazing, amazing trade. If I ever need a Great Tusk or a Slitherwing in battle, you know I'm going to use them. Thank you, brother.
Right now, but what the most important moment for me was right after when I was able to celebrate with my friends, which is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it must be overwhelming. We know you have put in so much work. You've had other top finishes and you've been practicing and playing. There are people out here who are thinking, you know what, I want to be like that. What advice would you give them?
What's your
to work
advice,
hard
Luka?
and end up on this stage like you?
To be honest, this was very unexpected for me as well. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to say what was my preparation there. I just say just have some trust in yourself.
Trust in yourself.
Yeah, just train and like. I can assure you, with the right friends, with the right preparation, with the right support beside you, everything can be possible.
That's great advice. Believe
With
in
the right
yourself,
support and
practice
preparation.
hard. And there are a lot of people
Believe in
out
yourself,
here who
practice
believe in
hard,
you
and
as
surround
well.
yourself by
You
people.
said you were
Yeah, that
celebrating
was
with your
well
friends.
spoken
Anyone you want
from
to
the
say
new
hello
world
or thank
champ.
you to right now?
Well,
Yep, it's over, Char.
If I'm gonna go name for name, we're gonna be here till tomorrow.
It just ended.
Shout out to the.
This is the world champ right here, Luka Ceribelli.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your support and congratulations.
Catch you on the next
again,
one,
Luka,
Ratsy.
your
I think we're going to
world
call it here, folks.
champion. Now don't go anywhere. We have some trophies to get.
They're going to give out all the trophies. Well said, Ace. We'll pin that one. All right, people. Yeah, that was a great last-second late-night stream. Can't wait to see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for coming out. It was an honor to watch this awesome Worlds match with you people. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow for Monday's stream. Catch y'all at 6 p.m. tomorrow. This is your boy Storm tuning out. See you later.